Hello, Year 3. Welcome to Lesson 4 of your maths. Today is about constructing bar graphs. I know you've done this before, so I have confidence you'll be able to do it in quite a straightforward manner. Let's have a little look at the date and the WALT. So today, can you please write down for me, Tuesday the 13th of July 2021, and the WALT is to construct a bar chart. Like I said, you've done this before, so I'm very confident in you. Okay, so when you have written down the date and the WALT, have a little think about what makes a bar chart, what you'd expect to see in a bar chart, and what you need to make one. What will be necessary? Okay, so just finishing off the date and the WALT there. If I'm going too quickly, just pause the screen and give yourself a little moment to continue. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go. So this question says, how many people chose green? Right, okay, well, let's go and have a look over here at our little bar chart. We've got one that's got 4 columns for red, blue, green, and yellow, and a little scale at the side. Now, the scale's not quite complete, so we need to make sure that it is complete and we can read it effectively. Now, what I've got is 2, 4, and 6, so we know that it's going up in twos. So we'll start by putting the 0 in at the bottom. So 0, 2, 4, 6, so this must be 8 up here, which then shows me that the red reaches all the way up to the 8. So 8 people must have chosen red, and 4 children must have chosen blue. The green one goes past the 4 and is halfway between the 4 and the 6. So that must mean that 5 people chose green. The yellow one goes between the 2 and the 4. So that must mean that 3 people chose green. So in that case, then, we can give our 5 a little tick there because 5 people chose green. Okay, so the other information that we got from that was that 8 children chose red, 4 chose blue, and 3 chose yellow. Okay, so that's a bar chart with its bars showing the information of the data that's been inputted into it on colours chosen by this many children. So what language do we need to construct a bar chart? Well, we need a scale to go up the side. We need to decide what that scale goes up in. Now it says the largest number of items is, so my scale will go up in. So we need to see how many things we need to fit in to our scale, and how many things we can get up the side. What would be the most appropriate numbers to count up in? Sometimes you can go in ones, twos, even hundreds if you're dealing with massive numbers. Let's have a little look. Now it says the number of items in the category is, so the bar is, would be how many in that category, how high your bar is. Let's have a little look. Let's use Coco and Colin's hints to help us with this question. The favourite subject of some children is collected, and here are the results. Complete the bar chart on the grid below from the given information and decide on a scale that fits the grid given. So I've got favourite subjects of maths, science, computing, English, and PE. Okay, the number of children that chose them: 13 chose maths, 7 chose science, 11 chose computing, 14 chose English, and 12 chose PE. So here's the graph chart that we need to get it all into. Okay, so we're going to input this data into a chart and construct a bar chart with it. We've got a title, people's favourite subject. We've got a label at the side for the number of children, where we're going to put our scale. And we've got a label at the bottom showing the different subjects that they could pick from. So our scale then, so the highest number we're going to have to get in there is 14. Let's see how many squares we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we can't go up in ones because we won't be able to fit the 14 in. So maybe twos would be more appropriate. So on the lines, I'm going to start with 0 at the bottom. If I can do it, there we go, 2. Next, then 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and we'll go up to 16. We don't really need to go any higher than that because 14 is our highest one. Now then, the maths. Now I'm going to try using the ruler tool to make my lines nice and straight. For the maths, 13 children chose maths. So I'm going to go up the side, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now 13 is going to be halfway between the 12 and the 14. So I'm going to do a nice straight line that goes all the way to there. Okay, and then I'm going to continue my line straight down for a lovely straight column there. So that shows that 13 children chose maths. Science had 7, so I'm going to go up the same line. So 2, 4, 6, and 7 is going to become halfway between 6 and 8. So I'm going to go straight across there and then straight down to make a nice straight column. Computing, 11 children, so I'm going to go up this line again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11 is going to be halfway between the 10 and the 12. So I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to go click there, and then I'm going to go down. And I'm just going to finish that one off so it looks nice and tidy. There we go. English, 14 children chose English. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that goes straight on the line, across like that, click there, straight line down, and I will just finish that one off to make it look tidy. There we go. PE, 12 children chose PE. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that one's going to go straight across like that. Now, sometimes it's nice to colour in the blocks. If we have time, we definitely do that. So you can see that we've inputted this data into these columns to show how many children picked these subjects. Fantastic. I wonder what your favourite subject would be. The next one says the favourite food of some children is collected. Here are the results. Complete the bar chart on the grid below from the given information. So they got to choose from these favourite food choices. We've got pizza, fish and chips, curry, spaghetti bolognese and chili. Okay, and the number of children that chose them. It says, how should we complete this bar chart? We need to decide what goes where, the scale and the labels for each axis. So I've put the scales on exactly the same way as before. Now I've put the labels on for the scales rather. So there's a number of children up there and we'll decide what numbers are going to go in there. I put the label down there for favourite food. And as you can see, I've put the labels for the food in choices. I couldn't fit fish and chips in, so I've done F and C and I've put spike bowl, but you know what I mean. So let's have a look at how many children chose them. We'll decide on our scale based on that. So we have 21 for pizza, 7 for fish and chips, curry had 11, spaghetti bolognese had 14, and 12 had chili. So the highest one is 21. Can we fit in 1 square per child? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can't. So I think 2 would be a better option again. So I'm going to switch to my pen and I'm going to start at 0 on the line again, 0 on the bottom, then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, ooh, a little bit of 0 there, 12. Note that they are on the lines to help us with our filling in later. 16, 18, 20, and I'm going to go to 22 because my highest was 21. Okay, now then, let's input our data. So pizza was 21. So going up our scale, 21 is going to be halfway between 20 and 22. So I'm going to put my line across there. You can see it's halfway there to show 21. And I'm going to make my lovely straight line there. Fish and chips was 7. So that'll go 2, 4, 6, and 7 is halfway between 6 and 8. So that's going to come across here. And it's going to go to there. And I'll neaten it up. There we go. Curry had 11. So that's between the 12 and the 10. So I need to go from here on the same line. We can get on the line, there we go. And it goes across like that and straight down, make a nice column. And I'll neaten this one up, there we go. Whoop. Spaghetti bolognese had 14. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's where it hits on my scale. And that's going to go across to there and straight down. And I'll neaten that one up there. And then the last one, chili, was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you can see that it goes across there to 12 on my scale on this line here, using a ruler straight across. So there we go. So we filled in the number of children that chose each food type. We chose our appropriate scale over there. We've put in our labels. Fantastic. Right then. Let's have a go. Your go. Construct 2 bar charts to represent each of the following using different scales. So they want different scales on the sides of these ones. So what you're going to do, so this first one is about sports that have been chosen. So start by using your ruler and do me a lovely pair of axes there like that. Okay. And then decide, there's going to be 4 fields down at the bottom. That means categories basically. Okay. And you can turn your book to the side to write up here what those sports are. So cricket, soccer, tennis and rugby will be leading up to their columns up there. And then decide what would be a good scale to have. Each one will start at the bottom with a 0 on the 0 line at the bottom like that. But how are you going to count up? What would be a good one for this one? 3, 6, Oh, it's going to go up to 15. Unless you've got 15 squares in your book, maybe a different one would be a better choice. Now you could do it in even numbers, so you'd go up in twos, or maybe what number would fit into all of those that you think would be a good scale to go up in? What number fits into all of those that would be a good one to go with? And then in the same way with this one, you do your 2 axes, your 4 fields at the bottom, write the words in for the vegetables, and then choose an appropriate scale. This one's nice, even numbers. So unless you've got 12 squares, maybe try counting up in twos for that one, see how you get on. And then you just input your data. So you put your columns in using a ruler. Make sure you've got a label at the top, at the bottom rather, and at the side to show what the choices were and how many children chose them. So that's 2 little graphs I expect to see for that one. Okay. Then Go Deep says, Coco thinks that she can have a scale. She has to have a scale going up in 4s to draw the bar chart for this information. Explain why she is incorrect. Does she have to do it in 4s? Could she do it in something else? Have a little think. What would be an appropriate counting up? What would the scales be? What increments would you go up in? What would be a good way to show these things on a bar chart? So what would your scale say? What would it count up in? Then the Go Deeper says, construct 2 different bar charts, each with a total of 24 people, and their choices for favourite sports are hockey, netball, basketball, and rounders. So that's what's going to be in your fields along the bottom. 24 is the total of all the columns together. Okay, so this is the hard bit. This is where it says 4 more people like hockey than netball. So your hockey netball columns, one's going to be 4 higher than the other. Then it says the number of people who like basketball or rounders is equal. So your basketball and rounders columns are going to be the same. So how many people would be in each one if you've got 2 the same, 1 higher and 1 lower? How's that going to go? Then it's a total of 24 people. So I look forward to seeing the graphs that you come up with. Okay, so give that a go for me and construct me some lovely bar graphs. I look forward to seeing the work that you send in to me. Give it your best go. Remember to use a ruler. Take care, Year 3. I'll see you very soon.